Still getting that transition working, but it's better. A little bit better this time. Hi, everybody. Welcome to another live show on Caster's Corner. Corner Live on Saturday night. See, I'm figuring out how to pull me in, and then I've got my other guest backstage. Finally glad he showed up. He's giving me a look at the screen. I can already see it. And so without further ado, our friends, as you saw in the Instagram video, from MU Review what is it again?
Shut the fuck up.
There we go. Welcome, DJ. DJ finally made it.
You can get that domain in 2026. I'm pretty sure they
every year it says it's going to be. I can take that. Okay.
Yeah. So there are no more websites. I can't even redirect them. So it's just the Instagram stuff and the YouTube stuff at this point. Did you write the intro song? Is that your music?
Yes, it is. It is 100% my music. Thank you very much for saying that.
I mean, it's something I can legitimately hear. Like if it hits a couple more bars, like DMX Resurrected, just spitting.
It's not that good. It's me going, all right, here's a drum beat. All right, it says, like, I'm looking at like instructions. It's like if you do bass, and I'm like click, 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 click. Sounds good enough, and then I'll just put a cymbal like dink.
Hear it in your head. What? Come on. What?
I think I did do that for one of my recent videos. I have DMX playing for one of my recent ones. He's one of my favorites.
Listen, he's a talented guy who is deceased.
So welcome.
Thank you. I'm glad to finally be here. I'm sorry I missed the inaugural show. I'm sorry I missed last week. Life happens. Got to be a dad. Got to be a person.
2 weeks. It's been you're the fourth guest.
I'm the fourth guest.
Yeah, technically.
First was you and Jesse.
It was Jesse, Chris, now you.
Oh, all right. It's 2 times Jesse. I'm sorry about that.
He shows up. What do you want?
He does, but it's oppressive and it's abusive and it's something to get through. Really, is what it is.
No, you know what? I will say this, and for anybody that knows, like, it's really weird how these relationships form. Like the three of us somehow became very close friendship wise, and
like a decade at this point.
What?
For like a decade at this point.
Has it been that long?
It's been almost 2018, 2017.
Okay. Yeah, no, it's been a while. And it's one of those things where it's like we get introduced at shows. I've known Jesse longer than I've known you too, because Jesse worked for me and then got into an argument with Bill over who's going to post what and left. But I'm glad, like, it's one of those things where it's one of those friendships that, for me at least, it used to be, let's talk about toys. And now it's like, let's talk about life. And it's
whatever happens to come up.
What
happened today? How's mom? Yeah. How are the kids? We're like actual friends.
Yeah.
That also deal with toys.
Yeah. And thanks to you, mom has an iPad that she now watches these shows. So
the Mets. She watched the Mets go 2-0 on that iPad, I bet.
But she has watched a lot of things.
Hell yeah.
And she's learning how to use Netflix and YouTube, and I got her on Instagram now. It's insane.
Let's go, Miss KK.
Yeah. So I think it's fun to talk to you because I think we're like opposite sides of the spectrum, where it's like somehow I decide, like, you were all in and you were producing so much more than I was, I think, on the video side and really pushing content with the kids.
Yeah. And I mean, they were the impetus to just get them out there and let them have fun and let them have the spotlight, and they soaked it up, and it has translated so insane to their real lives now. Like Luke is a little baller, he's doing like plays and he's singing, and Ryan's doing student council, and they're like actual real humans now, and it's something to be proud of. And it's not something that I would ever discount the work that we did, because it certainly gave them confidence, it gave them competence to be able to get in front of things and say what they need to say.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Like I've seen some of their stuff and I'm like, oh yeah, no, they've been in front of the camera for a while. Like they're comfortable being on stage basically.
Right. And now I mean, the ability to speak to people is not an inherent skill. It's
not at all.
It's something to be proud of. They're good kids.
And here's the rarity: we have you on camera, which you never do. So
there's a reason for that. I am goofy as a motherfucker.
Yes, but we like your views. You can't hide. Like, this isn't a podcast where you can just hide. So
I like to hide.
I like your shirt.
This is modeling the 2026 Caster's Corner line. You can get it at TeePublic. Very affordable.
Yes.
High quality cotton. The neck is not a quitter, which is very important. This quits, you throw the shirt out. It's garbage. But this is good. It's stitched. It's double stitched right here. It's fantastic. High quality.
No, I'm happy the way the design came out. 20 years. I've been doing this 20 years.
It's a long time. Jesus Christ, we're old.
It's a very long time. Of course, when I talk about it, I'm like, yeah, no, I've been in website and video editing and web work for over 20 years now. They're like, what did you do? Nothing. Just ran a few sites.
Yeah, just a couple. And I mean, I know you've had recent conversations, and you're putting yourself back out there again. And it's not something that I have the energy to do. I don't know that I'll ever do it again. But you are attacking it with reckless abandon, passion, and aplomb. And I applaud you for it. But also you're getting this reaction of, who the fuck is this guy? And it's fun that you get to say, I'm literally your grandfather. Like,
I'm not. My goddaughter does not have a child. I am not technically a grandfather.
I mean, for the internet, for the sites talking about toys, you were one of the OGs when the internet was younger, which is something that people these days can't even fathom, right? Like,
well, and that's the thing, right? Like, it's one of those things where it's like, I'm learning how, like, I feel like, and I think I might have said this already, I feel like the technology is finally caught up to my speed of creation, where I have a thought, I can record it, edit it, and put it out. I don't have to get my DSLR, set up the picture, set up the video camera, throw it into Final Cut, make the edits, fix this, put it back on my phone somehow, upload it. Like, I can do all, like, when I go visit my mom, like, I'm doing videos in the parking lot, just walking to the front door. I have a thought, it just comes out, and it's nice to have it all contained. And every time I get a skill down, whether it's the captions or the under music or whatever it is, I look for how can I do it different next time.
Just keep the captions, because I listen to 99% of all the things that I view 99% of all the things on my phone without volume. So I highly appreciate the captions.
Yeah, and I'm learning how to do it. Like, there's sometimes where the captions don't register because they're auto-generated.
Yeah, and you got to tweak it and stuff, and you can do that.
You pull the audio out, and then it recognizes that it's audio. And I bought these for next time we do something, maybe Friday, because someone's making the trip up to Connecticut. I bought these little mini magnet mics.
I've seen those. Those are on all the cool kids' Instagrams.
So we'll have some fun with this.
I'm going to have to get a baseball hat so I can clip it to the brim and be that guy.
Well, I heard that it like drags your hat down. So if you clip it to the back of it and then turn your hat around, and then you really look like Grandpa with the backwards hat.
Oh, I mean, I don't need to do a lot more to look like Grandpa at this point. But that would land. That would land.
It's been fun to kind of like figure things out. I think one of the other things that I've seen is like I think, and I've talked about this, so I'm not going to like go into in depth, but like I saw it this week where I saw somebody steal somebody else's work.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, dude, like, we're not a big community.
Like, wait a minute, what?
I'm like, we're not that big of a community. Like, you do something, you take somebody's stuff that is very clearly an established, like, been doing it longer than I have. And I'm like, that's that guy's thing. Like, that's not yours.
I wonder, did you get so you said something, right? We discussed this and you said something.
I did say something. I don't know what happened afterwards, but I know that the content creators was made aware of it, and it is up to him to deal with it. So I'm not going to put names in here, but it is up to them to address it if they want to. But it's one of those things where I'm like, yeah, I know, like Instagram lets you like pull in other clips and use music and this, but that doesn't mean you can just,
just grab whatever you want and call it your own.
Right.
No, and that's certainly the thing, and something I observed. It's not a matter of reuse.
Right.
It's a matter of reuse and intending that it's yours.
Right.
And as we discussed, right, if anybody at any point ever asked me to use a thing, and there have been many, many times.
Yeah.
Like they want to use stuff with Little Geeks, they want to use stuff for MU Review. Yes, absolutely great. Glad to be out there. Glad that you considered that this was the right thing to do, to ask somebody to get permission. But if you don't, you can go fuck yourself. Like that is just the wrongest fucking thing you can do.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. And it's one of those things where like it's happening in toys, it's happening in content creation. And it's like, yeah, no, everything's right at your fingertips, but like there's a morality to it that I'm just like, come on. Is it really that important that you have to do that?
Yeah.
So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens with all that. But so I mean that, and then the other thing is it's like people don't come in with their research. Like,
well, right. And you've been harping on that for some time, right? It's a matter of nobody's researching anything anymore. Everybody just has a thought in their head. They put it out on the internet, and that's that. And it takes 3 seconds to figure out, 1, you're wrong. 2, it's not your thought. 3, it's this. 4, it's that. Like there are all kinds of different measures in place in the internet that tell you actively, listen, you should not say that because it's fucking stupid.
Well, not only that, but like, listen, we're talking experiential, right? We're talking what like our experiences, and I want to get to something that I actually wrote about and I sent it to you, and we'll get to that in a second. But like, so it's experiential, right? So it's our point of view, it's whatever. But we've got these other shows that are doing news of the week, right? And they're going, why is Batman in a trench coat? I've never heard of that before. Why does
Batman have a cowboy?
Why is Bruce Wayne? Huh?
Why is Batman in a rainbow costume? Why is Batman's mask off?
Google. Let's not talk about the mask off.
We'll leave the mask on, I guess.
Leave the mask on.
We're gonna leave the mask on for old friends. And
speaking of Grandpa, no, I'm just kidding.
Cloud.
He knows we love him sometimes. But like it's one of those things where I'm like, you talk about doing pre-production meetings, and then you go on the show and you're like, I've never seen that, and then they're like, oh, it's actually not Bruce Wayne, it's Damian, and they're like, oh, well, everything I just said for the last 5 minutes, never mind, because it's not who I thought it was, and I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
come on.
It takes 30 seconds. 30 seconds to make sure you don't sound like an idiot.
But people are okay with that.
Mm-hmm.
It's like want what they want, and
it's like they're like babies using these tools, using the internet, putting themselves out there. They're like infants with no understanding. Right? No, I understand they're our age, but as far as competence and capacity, it's like, how do you abandon the step to try and just go to do?
I mean, to be honest with you, I abandoned the step to try and just went and did, but that's more from a procedural, right? Because like the first time I did it, I didn't have this light, and so now I have this light that kind of balances out the 2 lights that are on me.
It's cute that you bring up the lights just so you can talk about the light that's glaring off the top of my head. I appreciate that. Thanks so much.
And then the sound, and then like the Jesse and I was like, oh, we should have an opening card, and then the next week we're like, oh, we probably should have music, and then the next week I'm like, I have music, and then my friend Derek was like, oh, I forgot we have chat. I gotta put the chat up for people in the chat.
Oh, there's a chat.
Derek is there, and Chris is here.
Jesus.
And JQ is here. Hi everybody. Sorry. See, I'm still learning.
I don't have the level of confidence to deal with this kind of feedback. I don't know what's going to happen right now. I might cry on camera live on YouTube.
So like I'm learning every week, and like last week Derek was like, "Hey, that music really cut out too fast. Like it was too abrupt." And I'm like, "Okay, I'll fix it." So I faded in and out. Of course, I didn't get the transition. I don't know how to do transition from one slide to the next, but that's next week's. We'll figure that out. So when Jay, when you're on, hopefully I'll get that right next time. But it's like I think that there's somebody that I know that's like waiting for the perfect moment to do like a YouTube live. And it's like there's never going to be a perfect moment. It's like just go do it.
Yeah.
And you're forced to swim. And it's like I begged the person to do their show for 6-8 months, and they just were like, nope, can't do it, like too much, can't handle it. And I'm like, all right, well then I'm just going to go do it. And I did. And it's like, all right, we're on week 4 and the production quality has gone up, I think, personally. So
admitting to only missing last week's show, clearly I feel like this week is superior to all former weeks.
We talked about the flag and putting it together last week. So
all the Instagram content, like all the clips out, and I just a busy week because of adulting and all kinds of shit. But like, yes, I mean, envious of the flag. I saw the moment of all the Instagram content was fantastic. It was good. It was good.
It was a lot of fun. It still is fun to go see it. Anyway.
And that's the dude that I'm going to chat with too, right?
At some point.
He just got a 3D printer.
Yes. Yeah. That's Chris. Yeah. You talked to him. Yeah.
Okay. Just like, he's a good dude. Like him.
Yeah.
He doesn't suck.
No. Some people do. Anyway, speaking of big vehicles, so I've been writing a lot. I have been. Not telling people what it is, but I've been doing a lot of like writing things down and ideas because I don't have the website anymore.
He said, so the internet knows this. He sends this to me mostly in crayon, like 7 times a week. And like, there's a lot of scribbling around the sides and hearts, lots of hearts filled in. Go on. I'm sorry.
200 pages in Google, but yes, sure. So one of the things that kind of really struck me was like, it's funny because I go over your house and I go over Chris's house. And when I go there, I look around, right? And I'm like, oh, they've got such nice stuff. Like you have all your figures out for display, and I'll show it in a second. And Chris has all his figures out on display. And I look around in awe and I go, I wish I had that. And I'm not talking about the shelves. Like I'm literally talking about the toys. And I have to constantly remind myself and go, I have.
Yeah, you do have
it. Like not all of it, but a lot of it.
In many cases, more of it.
In some cases, but not others. Like for example, if Jesse's watching or does watch, we'll.
Oh, I hope Jesse's watching.
God, we'll talk about this right here. So like I don't have this very pretty thing here. It's gorgeous.
What an incredible streak of just a blast of lightning of fortune. So this is the Blitzway Carbonics 86 style Voltron, and it's unfucking believable. It is one of the coolest toys I've ever owned in my entire life. And I did. We were talking before. I wanted to save it for here, and now we have an audience. Maybe they can weigh in. Right, I've got it set up like this now because I think the lions leaping out and the way the stand effect works is absolutely stunning. But maybe it's time to switch it up and form that Voltron and take I think it's the 99 reissue Voltron and break the lines apart and just put each line in front on that stand. So we'll have big Voltron with the classic lions in front sitting down like little proud kitty cats.
They could be. My only criticism is I think the stands that those lines are on, they're clear, right?
Yes.
The only thing that could have made it better is if they were colored to color match the lines like they were in the show.
So if you look top down,
yeah,
there is a color streak to match the line.
Okay, then it's perfect. Then I have no notes.
If you form Voltron, the stands flip to be the color streak like coming out of the ground. It's actually pretty cool.
Nice. Okay. Well, then I'm wrong. Anyway, So this is a beautiful thing. And like you've got shelves like I can figure out how to do it. Yep, there it is. Like this. That just absolutely blows my mind on a regular basis. Like every time I literally just go and stand in front of the shelf, this one especially, and just stare. And it's like Ultra Magnus is like literally right here, but I mean those are like the third party and masterpiece.
That's basically 12-inch style scale.
Yeah,
and I printed the Teletran in the bed on a 3D printer that wasn't mine, and it was essentially a 9-inch by 9-inch platform printer from Monoprice, and it took months. And I printed these in like as big a chunks as I could, and everything's just like glued together and then painted. It takes seeing it on the screen sometimes to hit me in the head of just how much work that was and what an accomplishment it was. And my wife, Teresa, you love her. I love her.
Y'all do.
Painting. She's amazingly talented.
Yeah, well, we'll get to that in a second.
Oh, boy.
That's coming up. Of the little sweatshop you set up for her.
Oh.
But yeah, no, it's stuff like this. Hey, Chris, if you're still watching, like if you ever wanted to print one of these for me, I wouldn't say no because you have a much quicker printer than DJ does.
The technology is amazingly different.
Yes. But I mean, you could take the cardboard. He could probably do the cardboard pieces too. At this point. Anyway, it's like looking at stuff like this that I'm like, it really like floors me. And then we get to the point, and I'm just going to switch back to us for a second before we go to the next slide. We get to the point where you say, I'm out of space. I could use some money. I'm getting rid of my HasLabs.
Yeah, I mean, I know where you're going with it. It wasn't just the out of space could use some money. It was actually being in that space with really cool shit like that, but then also feeling like I couldn't move. It really felt claustrophobic because there was just so much huge shit, and it was just protruding off of shelves and just taking up so much. And I'm like, I can't anymore.
And the reason I'm laughing is because you've been in this office.
Yeah.
And where you did sit is where the cat's lair is. So you can imagine there is no room for you. You'd have to stand behind the door in the corner. So apparently my level of claustrophobia is much higher.
I offer
than you.
No judgment to tolerance or to how you have your shit set up. It is just a matter of I need a certain amount of control, a certain amount of space before I start to feel like the walls are closing in. And if your office was in my house, probably I would kill myself. But if it works,
come on, like you can't say that on
yes. You have so much shit here. I would at least cry. I probably wouldn't kill myself, but I would be prepared.
Stop saying it, Jesus Christ! I want the thing to keep going.
I'm an asthmatic. Jesus Christ, you can't do this to me. You. Damn it, Khalil. My head's all red now. This is ridiculous. This is not good entertainment. Move on. What's next?
Very good. See, this is what happens too. My friends text me and go, do you need this? Yes. Get now. I'm live on YouTube. I just got a message that something I've been looking for is currently my WWE Rhea Ripley is currently in Junior's hands. So
you're a fan of the Rhea Ripley, huh?
Yeah, isn't everybody?
I watch zero wrestling. I found out when I was young, in the time of Hulk Hogan and Ultimate Warrior, that it was choreographed and staged, and I didn't look back. I was like, I can't do this. I can't.
The outcomes are staged, but have you? Oh God!
I understand. Listen, I take nothing away from the athleticism and the talent. I understand that they put the work in, but I it's bad enough that I accept football as real.
I sent you the script, remember?
I mean, it didn't work out the way you sent it, but yes.
It was close. It was damn close.
It was damn close. As a betting man, I have to be careful. So
anyway.
Yes.
So I'll be honest though, because, and this is why I set that up, that part of the conversation, because the next slide, nope, that's not. We'll go back to that one.
Love that slide. It's also the wrong
No,
slide.
we'll go back to that one too. That's another one. There we go. Okay. So what you don't see is on either side of his TV, he's got giant walls of Joes like this. Like, it's insane. Like, so it'd be like me giving up like my Justice League or my Thunder. It'd be like me selling the Cat Slayer in my head for me. Hearing that you were selling your HasLabs, it broke something in my brain, like legitimately. Because when Classified first came out, I don't know if people will be able to see it. Oh, can I maximize that? No, that's not gonna do it. Even though, like, you can see in the second row, right side of the screen, right above DJ's head, there's like 2 lifelines, because you went nutty like the second year it came out, right? And just started buying extra Joes because your wife, like, you kit bashed and then she painted you every Joe that hadn't been made before. And if you look very carefully, like, you could see, I'm pointing at the screen so nobody else can, but like on that second row, you can see 2 lifelines. I can see 2 sci-fis. I can see 2, is it Starburst or Starduster or
Starduster?
Starduster.
Actually, 3 of them. One of them we made. One of them the official, and one of them was one of the most talented customizers out there. One of these. But I mean, let me just, so for the audience, for those in the chat, like anybody who's a legit Joe fan, really the pride of this wall for me is the top left, where we went out and we made all of Battle Force 2000, right? Like every single figure of Battle Force 2000, including DJ, which is unironic, but Avalanche and Blocker and Maverick, and like that team is the coolest thing that we've really put together.
Yep.
And even
Teresa, I know I look distracted, but there's a reason. Go ahead. Keep talking.
Even Teresa, who's obviously agnostic, even a little ambivalent and angry at the need to do this, was like, holy shit, I did that. And that's amazing.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, as far as all in on Joe's, you can't be much more happy than I am.
And so that's why, sorry, I purposely, so when I chased, this is just a side note, and I can't find it because I don't think I told you this. When I was chasing down the original line, this is going to kill me now because I can't find it. When I was chasing down the original line and picking the figures that I wanted, sorry, everybody, I made sure, like, the original Joes that I wanted, it's not all of them, there's like 30 of them that I wanted from the original line. DJ's in that group just because it's named DJ.
Nice.
So it's like this weird, it's like Flint, Lady J, Quick Kick, Duke, Hawk, DJ. Like Lifeline, Mainframe, DJ.
And to the comments, Downtown is there, second shelf, 2 over from Starduster. We did a hit and run, and then they came out with hit and run.
Yep.
And then Downtown's right there, right next to Captain Gridiron, which, you know,
yeah,
I'm a football guy. So
I had that figure. Like, I love that figure.
That's a great idea.
So like when you said to me that you were selling those, my first thought was, do I have enough money to buy them from you?
And we talked about this, and
so that I could store them for you.
And highly appreciate even the sentiment. It's crazy, and I love you.
And I had 2 of everything, and I was like, well, maybe I should hold on to these. Maybe I should hold on to my seconds because at some point DJ is going to want them back. And I have since sold a few. And if you'd like the other Hiss tank that I have left, it's at Red 5. You can check out Red 5 in East Longmeadow, Massachusetts.
You sold it to them, and now you're advertising for somebody to go buy it from them?
No, it's on commission. They're selling it for me.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I get paid when they get paid. So go buy that if you'd like.
Yes, that is an ace, second from top. Also an ace, yes.
Yeah, because like I can see, like, 2 gung hos, 2 not grunts,
We did
leathernecks.
Barricade.
Yeah,
I did a hawk.
wetsuit.
We did do, like, there are some that I allowed the officials to replace, and I just stored the customs that we did. But like there were some that like I kit bashed, and I'm like, this is just not even close. And we painted it, and she did a great job. But I'm like, I'm embarrassed by what I did here.
And if you ever need space, for those of you wondering what that giant pink thing is at the bottom, is the strawberry shortcake. What's it called? The berry.
It's the like berry mansion.
Yeah,
that was a nice $300 expenditure to provide to my loving wife, who cared for me with all of these wonderful Joes.
Yes.
A place in this space, in a very testosterone fueled, military fueled, hero fueled basement, for just some strawberry shortcake figures, because why not?
And so oh wait, let's see. Do I have a Rhea Ripley figure? I do. Okay. I'm so happy.
Nice. Good for you.
I've been looking for weeks, and she's on sale this week, I think. Anyway, so yeah, it really broke my brain a little bit to think like you went to this level for Joe's, and to pull back from the HasLabs was one of those things that like corresponded with me getting the Cat Slayer last year, and the Ghost, and the Dragonfly, and then the Rattler came in, and I'm looking around going, I'm running out of space. I feel tight. And then you pulled that trigger, and I was like, am I the only one left? Because like,
sure you want.
Junior sells stuff, Jesse sells stuff, Bill sells stuff, you sell off stuff. Everybody I know like gets rid of their stuff, and I'm sitting here collecting it like I'm a museum that just hasn't opened its doors yet.
Well, and I mean that's something that I continue to root for, right? I think that is this is fun, this is entertaining, but I think you have a calling, and that could be a final stage of fulfillment. That's just my outside opinion. That the museum life, to present what you've collected to the public and to the masses in any kind of meaningful way is something that I look forward to.
Well, and I think the other part of it is like it. I think for a lot of us, I'll say for me, I know for you, I know for Jesse, I know for the guys here in the chat right now, I know Derek and Chris and everything. It's like those things where there's a lot of emotional meaning to it, and maybe I have more, maybe you have more of this, I have more of this, or whatever. But like I was saying to Jesse, like this stays on my desk. I'm dead afraid of transforming it because I don't think I'll ever get it back into car mode.
I have faith.
I don't. But like it, like you just I was at your house and you're like, yeah, I upgraded. So here, he just threw it in a box. And it's like, you could have resold it. Like I have Soundwave in the other room, and it's like, you could have, resold those. And so it's that feeling of like the community feeling of like, I'll give you this, and going back to opening my big mouth, we'll go back to this. Because I did this.
Yeah, I mean, entirely your fault. Go back one picture, right?
There you go.
I mean, I'm sad at the way that this is cut off because it cuts out some of the best, but like,
I know.
I think this was the start of 2025. I didn't have any of these. And I was like, that Christopher Reeve Superman is pretty cool. And then I printed for you and for me and for Jesse the console from the, what the hell is it called? Wow, I'm blanking. The Fortress of Solitude. I actually printed 2 additional set pieces just for me. You guys didn't get those. That were like just stalactites shooting up because I thought it looked really cool. And then from there, I was like, I need the Dark Superman because I want to print a bar, and I'll have Mo serving Dark Superman from Superman 3, some bourbon with Lemmy Kilminster and Tony Stark because he's an alcoholic, and this will be great. Example of a father. And then from there, it just completely snowballed because I really started to enjoy.
That's not what started it.
Well, so when I started collecting Transformers, one of the things that I was most fascinated about was it was mine, right? Apart from like the Teletran 1 shit that I absolutely had to share because it was just so amazing. I didn't post about it. It wasn't something that was part of social media. It wasn't part of an initiative. It wasn't part of a kind of a side hustle or whatever. It was just a collection for me that I really enjoyed. And I filled out that Transformers collection a little over much. And I've since scaled back to what I think is the final form. I'm not like, maybe if something incredible comes along, I'll upgrade, but I think I'm good. And this offered that same thing where it was not something that I got to think about, not something I got to write about. It's just something that looks really, really cool. It hits me in a little bit of the childhood because it all stems from that Super Friends, those cartoons that I watched, and I had all the Super Friends figures when I was a kid, and I really loved it. And
No, you didn't.
What's that?
No, you didn't. There were no Super Friend figures when we were kids.
I mean, DC figures when I was a kid. I had a Superman, and I squeezed his leg, and his arm went like that.
That's superpowers.
Superpowers. Sorry. Listen, I'm not going to
research. Don't come in here like an idiot.
Listen. This is live. We got to deal with what happens. I can't research this right now.
See, but I can call you out on it.
Thank you for catching me before I fell. But superpowers figures I had as a kid, and this kind of put me right back there, and I was like, this is so much fun. I never really paid attention to McFarlane figures until this, because I kind of had some opinions. I was like, I'm not necessarily sure I like the way that these are built out, but these absolutely impressed the shit out of me, and every one I got, I was like, I need another one. And here's why I need another one.
Wait. Can we give the honest reason why this happened?
Oh, because you're an asshole.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I mean, to the credit, and I've said this before. All I did was send him a picture. Like, so you're like, I'm thinking about it. I kind of like these. These are good. And he's like, I don't really have any DC figures.
I mean, listen, the real life historical internal meaning behind why this happened, but the actual light switch impetus is this fuckface right here, who sent me a picture of Batman and Robin and Superman, I think it was, and maybe the Flash. And I was like, holy shit, I'm in.
I just sent it, and then, but the thing is, I also followed up with, I feel like an asshole. Send me your list.
Yeah, and you've continued to tell me that, and continue. Like, I don't even know where I was the other day. It was like a basketball game. And you're like, oh yeah, it was the St. Patrick's Day parade. Like, what's on your list? I'm like, holy shit, there's like this 2-3 things left. And what I realized today, back to Joe, I think we're at a point, and somebody made a comment regarding, kind of also shows how deep the classified line has gone. I feel like I got to look at what's left now, because we're deep. There can't be hundreds more Joes that I need.
No.
I think we're probably looking at 20 or 30 max.
Yeah.
So that's awesome. And I mean, dovetailing back to getting rid of some stuff and kind of circling the wagons and pulling things in and holding lines. I'm psyched that McFarlane is ending because it means I can stop. There's an end date. I can say this is the last McFarlane DC figure I'm going to get. If it's Larfleeze, fuck yeah, let's go.
Oh, no, it's going to be way past that.
It'll be past that. But I'm saying, like, if it ended tomorrow and I didn't get anything else, cool.
Well, but I think that's so, like, that is a feeling that I have that got cemented for me in the 80s, where it's like, you're not going to get every character you want. You're going to get every figure they make.
Yes.
And I'm okay with that. I don't need, like, if they don't do Superpowers is coming back, if they don't do all the Teen Titans, or they don't give us Supergirl or Batgirl, I don't care. I'm happy with what I have. I'm happy to finish the line. I don't need every single character from every single comic.
Right.
So,
yes.
So I'm okay with that. I'm okay with not going back to Mattel, like Jay said in there. I'm okay ending DC with McFarlane, and I will say, and I've said this, I'll get the Nightwing figure if it comes out. Like, they make a Nightwing figure, I will get it. They do a Dick Grayson Robin, I'll get it. Am I going to get?
So I would chase maybe some of the alt lanterns, right?
Yeah.
If they come out with something that McFarlane never touched and it fit. If it looked completely ridiculous, no. But yeah.
Yeah. And so, yeah, exactly. Thanks, Gaines. We have our future guests in the room. JQ is going to be on. Toy Gaines is going to be on. It's been fun to kind of book out the show till I think I'm booked out till like mid-May at this point, which is insane to me.
Yeah, I mean, you're fucking famous. You got to deal with that shit. You can't just.
So on that point, we're coming up on 45 minutes. We'll probably go for a little bit longer.
Wow, really?
But I had an idea. I know, right? It goes back quick. I had an idea, and I've been kind of running it by people. I'm getting mixed things. It's like I want to bump up the YouTube channel. Like my Instagram's going pretty well, but we want some more people on our YouTube channel. And so I'll take.
Wait. Let me. This is what I think you should do.
I have no idea where you're going.
I think if you want to like bump up the numbers and like really get people engaged, maybe you should like give something away.
Oh, that's a really good idea. Everybody in the chat, do you think it's a good idea if I give something away?
The only response is fuck yeah. If you don't type fuck yeah, it doesn't count.
And we're not giving it away tonight.
Right, yeah, also not giving it away.
No.
Fuck yeah is not an entry. It's not in the rules.
We're not doing that yet. But so we used to do this because Hasbro and Mattel and stuff used to be really difficult to get through checkout. And so we would buy for each other. So there's 3 or 4 people in my group. So I bought about 4 of these to cover everybody. And then everybody didn't need them. They got their orders through. So I ended up with
nice. Fuck yeah. At least one fuck yeah. Love it.
With this.
That's a box.
That's a cardboard box. But here's the thing. It is sealed. See that? Sealed.
So this is what he's talking about giving away, a fucking box. God damn it, Khalil.
A sealed box. And I heard a certain person this week talk about how much they wanted this thing. And I looked up how much this is going for, and it's going for a lot of money, actually. Mm-hmm. And so the other side of the box doesn't really tell you what it is either, unfortunately. But for those of you that might know the size, the shape, and what it is, and you can't really see it. Well, let's see if we can turn the camera. He is...
Turn the cameras, Khalil. This I command.
Did I not turn the camera?
Well, I was trying to throw the code in.
So for those of you that know, we're going to use a lightsaber as our
point. At that thing. This I command. Come on. Somebody's picking this up.
This thing right here. You're such an asshole. I finally got it. This gentleman up here riding his chariot, his air chariot.
He's a dick. That guy is a dick.
No. So in that box is a sealed original Serpentor. Unopened.
Yes. Serpentor. It sounds like Serpenthril. That's Serpentor. It's
Serpentor. That's what I said.
Serpentor.
Serpentor. Is that better?
That's it.
Okay.
That's the way.
So I have an extra Serpentor. Oh God, I'm not going to say it right. I have an extra. Actually, I have 2 of them. So I think what we're going to do. So spread the word. Give away
the Millennium Falcon that's behind you.
What?
Huh?
Give away the what?
The Millennium Falcon that's behind you.
There's no Millennium Falcon behind me.
Oh no, that's the ghost.
That's the ghost.
Never mind.
I should give that away. No, nobody wants that. I'm not wrong. There's one sitting at Red 5 for about a year now. Like it's just anyway. They've sold a couple, but like it's cooling off. But I think Serpentor is going for a lot. So I've got actually 2 of them that are unopened.
Just give away one.
Well, so we'll give away one, but I think what we're gonna look.
This is what you do. You do like a Joe Madness bracket, and you have fans fight each other for the other one.
No. Oh, okay. That might be fun.
I would love that.
But so one Serpentor if we get to.
Jesus,
I got to figure out
Serpentor. Holy shit. Cobra la 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 la. Serpentor. This
I'm just going to point to you when I need to say it. How's that?
I can do that. I'm going to make sure I pay attention to the screen.
So I figure I want to up my numbers on YouTube, get more people watching, and I'm going to give away one
Serpentor.
Thank you. If we hit a certain number. And so I'll talk with DJ and Jesse and see what we want that number to be
7
by the end of April, because we have a couple days to figure this out. So Wednesday morning, we're going to start the count. And if we get to a certain number by the end of April, our
Serpentor
will be given away. And maybe if we hit a secondary number, maybe we'll give away another
Serpentor. I want to be licensed to say this shit through the whole giveaway process. Like, you're going to just talk. You're going to be like, we're giving away it. And then you're just going to drop in a clip of me, Serpentor.
Or maybe I'll just get the audio.
That's what I'm saying. Just cut in the audio every single time. It'd be so dumb. I'm in. Let's go.
You'll have to send me a video, like in a couple different inflections.
We'll do this.
And then because I think it's a good idea. I think there's enough demand out there for it. I think it'll kind of do it. I think the other thing is, in the past I've done giveaways, and it's just been like, I'm going to just give it away. And it was something that like people wanted, but not really wanted. And I think the Joe crowd is kind of ravenous for like good Army figures that no other company is really making these days. So like, it's nice because like I wanted a really good Army figure. So I got this because there's nobody else on the market that makes good Army figures these days. So I think people are going to want this these days. I think people want him, and I might know some stuff. People might tell me things. I might have friends that, give me information, and I don't think we're going to see another Serpentor. Serpentor.
There you go. You were close to the last one.
I was close, but I stopped myself. I don't think we're going to see another one for a while. And I certainly don't think we're going to see the Air Chariot again for I don't know if we're going to see it again.
So a couple things. One, I don't appreciate it enough. That figure is fucking dope.
It is phenomenal.
Really fucking great. It is a top 10 of that line. And it doesn't.
Top 5. Come on.
You're probably right. In my own head, right? I don't pay a lot of attention to the wide internet, but like in my own head, I don't think I give that whole package enough credit. It's fucking sick. Like the Chariot and him, they really knocked it out of the park. But I do have a question. It's 9:40. We're going to keep going. You don't get to end this. I'm going to say when we're done.
Okay, go ahead.
So, McFarlane Hush 2 Batman. It seems I have secured one of those for myself. It's not here yet. Also, the White Lantern and the Injustice Gang, I was hoping they were coming today, but they said New Jersey today, which means it's not going to come to my house today, so that sucks.
2 in the hands.
It was such a... We'll get into that. I want to talk about that. I actually do want to talk about that and a lot of recent purchases because I'm fucking mad. But Hush 2 Batman, do I need to go chase Hush 1 Batman?
No. It's the same figure, except you get a wired cape with this one.
Huh, really?
Okay. Yeah.
All right, cool. That makes me feel way better.
It's the only reason that you need it is just because the wired cape is better, because the other cape flares out and it gives him such a large profile, and you can't do any really good posing with him because the cape just is so heavy.
Rigid.
And so now this one gives you a wired cape and you can pose it out. It's the same one. So
waiting for us to ship. So we talked about this. I placed my order for the Walmart CollectCon shit. Right, I got the Duke. I didn't get the Night Creeper because I'm agnostic and against at this point the Dire line from Hasbro because they fucked me, and I don't like it when that happens. So
I got one in my car.
I know you do, and I love you for it. But like the Dire line for me now has just bad juju around it because I tried to buy it from Hasbro, and it crossed the country 7 times, and then Hasbro's answer was, "Yeah, sorry. we'll just take it back. So I canceled it, and they just took it back. And I'm like, that's not the right thing to do. And this is not a measure of entitlement. This is a measure of, I sell a lot of shit, right? If something happened, if I sold something on eBay, and it complete calamity and spent 7 months in the U.S. Postal Service, and the person was just like, can I just have my money back? Like, absolutely. And if it shows up, it's fucking yours.
Yeah.
Because that's the right thing to do as just a human. And Hasbro was like, no, you know what? Fuck you. Sorry. So now the Dire line is off my list. I don't care. I don't need it. I don't want it. Walmart, CollectorCon, I got the Duke. I got the
Why? Why?
Because America. Fuck yeah. That's it. I mean, it's literally that comedic. It's not, I'm not Johnny Patriotic, but I think it's a cool looking Duke. So I'm with it. I'm in. And I like Duke. And I got the regen suit Superman with the Mongol, which I don't really need at this point because Lord knows I already took the pictures that I needed those figures for, but fuck it, why not? Walmart duplicated my order. And you're looking down because you know this whole story. So they duplicated my order. I'm like, I don't know what to do. We talked about it. We're like, let's see what happens. McFarlane shipped me 2 kryptonites, and they landed. And I messaged Walmart, and I said, hey, this is a duplicated order. I'd like to return this second kryptonite.
Did they charge you for both?
What's that?
Did they charge you?
They charged me for both.
Okay.
And then they said, well, we don't really accept returns, but you can send it back to us at your cost for shipping. And I said, the fuck I can. I'm like, this isn't, like, I didn't order 2. I didn't double click. I got 2 because Walmart fucked up. And now you're going to tell me that that's going to cost shipping for me? And they were like, yeah, fuck you. So now I'm mad. And that's the point of this story. I love that the whole camera is shaking. That's amazing. I mean, I'm like,
my hands on my desk and I'm laughing. So
I offered to them, I'm like, I'll dispute the charge. And they were like, cool story, bro. And I'm like, wow. And as it turns out, I went to my Citibank account and I was like, where's the button for dispute charge? They're like, no, we don't do that here. So I'm stuck with a second kryptonite, and I'd much rather just give it to my kids or something at this point than commit to helping this process. But like, it's weird the bad taste that sort of shit leaves in your mouth.
Yeah. Did you open it?
I didn't open it. It's actually in a box right behind me. So maybe it's the second Caster's Court giveaway. Who knows? The possibilities are fucking endless.
But I who wants that? I mean,
it's a neat little thing.
Okay.
It's fun.
It's fun. I haven't opened mine yet either.
It lights up. You press a little Superman button. Lights up.
But yeah. But I think that's a good giveaway. I think Sir
Pentor
is a good giveaway. I guess that's been happening because now when Walmart sells McFarlane stuff, it's McFarlane's like the third party seller.
Yeah, they have no responsibility, which is
none ridiculous. At all. Which is
because they're in bed with Walmart.
But I mean, you get the stuff faster technically, but like you also get screwed because you can't return it.
Some bullshit.
So, yeah, and people, yeah.
What else? One more thing. Let's do one more.
What else you want to complain about?
I don't know. I don't have any.
What grinds your gears?
You know what grinds my gears? You know what really grinds my gears? This is where we lose everybody in the chat.
I can't wait to hear this one. We are going to wrap it up, though.
There is not a single person on this planet who should not watch Primal on Cartoon Network HBO Max.
It's a cartoon?
It's a fully animated cartoon.
What's it about?
30-minute episode.
Keep talking about it.
You didn't watch it? Fuck you.
No.
Like 9 months ago to fucking watch it. And you were like, I'll watch
everything. Oh, you told me to watch Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, and I wanted to fall asleep.
That's a wonderful. All right. Well, so Primal is an animated show. And this falls in your wheelhouse because it's done. It's 3 seasons, and the main story of those 3 seasons is done. You can watch it all.
Okay. Like Invincible. I'm not watching that until it's over.
Which, by the way, is fucking amazing.
But I'm still gonna send you TikToks because they're funny.
Holy shit! This week's episode was fantastic. So Primal is about a caveman and a dinosaur. Right? The show starts and a dinosaur eats the caveman's whole fucking family. It's horrifying. It's bloody. It is graphic. And you're like, wow, that sucks. And this caveman's like, all right, I'm going to go for a walk now. Because what else am I going to do? Somebody ate my family. And he finds a dinosaur. And the same dinosaur that ate his family fucking eats the dinosaur's kids. So the caveman and the dinosaur become best friends and fight the other dinosaurs. And go on adventures abounding. And it's beautiful art. And there are no words. Like Teresa, the wonderful, we've discussed.
Yes.
All in on this show with us. And she actually made me like a little birthday cake topper of the Spear and Fang. Spear is the caveman. Fang is the dinosaur. And I can actually speak to her in caveman now. Like I just look at her sometimes. I go, she's like, okay, fine.
Now? I think you always could have done that.
I mean, yeah, we've discussed this. Who am I? What is his name from Ted? Maddie? I'm Maddie.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, you're 100% Maddie.
And Maddie is not a caveman.
No.
Just saying.
But
So and also this is on you too. The sweatshop will reopen for a Spear custom. We'll turn his hair black and he will be the caveman.
Oh, there's an easy way to do that.
With paint.
Okay. There's another way. But
go ahead, I'm listening.
You just get the was it RIT dye, and you just you peel off the head, throw it in some water, boil it for half an hour, and you're done.
All right, and so we're gonna have a caveman and the dinosaur, and I appreciate the people who know what's up with Primal in the chat because that shows it is a credit to animation art. I have not been so invested in a media. Like, there were points where I was like, if something happens to that fucking dinosaur, I'm going to drive to Connecticut and punch Khalil in the face. That's what I'm going to do. Because I can't deal with it. It was a good time.
It was. So we'll announce the terms of our little growth idea, my growth idea, to give away a
Serpentor
on the channel to kind of grow our channel. Yes.
What if it's like, subscribe, comment, Serpentor, fuck yeah.
But no. So this is going to be a 2-part thing. 2 parts. 1, the channel has to hit our goal number by the end of April. And then, yes, that can be the thing. And it might be DJ says Serpentor.
Fuck you.
That might be the thing that you have to say in your like, comment, and subscribe. And you have to prove that you're subscribed to both the Instagram and the YouTube channel. And honestly, if everybody that's part of our Instagram just goes and subscribes to the YouTube channel, done. Boom. We'll hit that immediately. So tell all your friends.
And not for nothing, Khalil goes on Instagram like every day and he talks a lot of shit and he says whatever's on his mind, good, bad, and different. He just fucking opens his mouth and just begs the universe to respond. So respond. Tell him how you feel about what he has just said. Frequently, I say, well, that's fucking ridiculous. And then I type, well, that's fucking ridiculous. And he's very happy about it.
Yeah, no, happy. Just engagement. I had people that were making fun of me, and I'm like, thanks for the engagement, because the more you comment, the more people see it.
Yeah.
Fine. Yeah, sure. Like you guys, all those people that were like hate commenting, I'm like, you just pushed my video over 2,000 views in less than 24 hours. Awesome. Thank you. Keep saying it. I don't care.
It's the bad guys are winning. I don't understand how this works.
Well, that's why I'm here, to take back the streams. So thank you all for watching. Go subscribe to this channel if you haven't. Go subscribe to our Instagram and our Facebook. Yeah, Instagram, Facebook, because fuck Twitter. I will always call it Twitter. I've actually gotten rid of my Twitter. There is no longer a Twitter. And go subscribe, like, share, all that stuff. Comment. It's the best thing you can do. We appreciate it. And we'll give away
Serpentor, but go to T Public and buy the shirts.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, if you really want to. Yeah,
that's right. But walk around.
My family buys it. Actually, some of my family buys it. I gotta start giving it away for presents. Anyway.
I did so much work to set up such an awesome shop, and like 2 people bought things, and I'm like, wow. Nobody bought
your shirt.
Nobody bought the little golf balls. What the fuck? Why did I even make golf balls?
And I drink out of my Caster's Corner mug every morning. So
mine says something about how old I am. So thanks.
Oh, you're welcome. Isn't it great? Thank you all for watching. And next week on the show, that's the 4th. Yeah, JQ will be joining us next week.
Is that the comments?
Yeah.
JQ?
Yep.
Welcome, Jason. Welcome to the club.
And then our good buddy is coming back the week after that.
Santa Claus?
The guy with the winning teams. You know, the guy from Philly that does what the New York teams can't do.
That guy that doesn't have a Voltron?
On that note, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next week.
Love you, my friend. See you later.